I was given a pension plan, and then the company also had a 457, which is under the government plan. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shirley if you're new here, and if you are new, welcome again. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a twist out, and I'm also going to talk about retirement, some plans that you might want to do. I'm 61 and I'm getting ready. I ain't getting ready, but I'm looking within a year and a half or two to be retired. And I want to tell you some of the things I took in consideration, some of the things what I plan to do. Now, I am not a finance advisor, but I got some things I can tell you about what you need, that at least to make you comfortable, not rich. You could get rich from it if you started at a certain age also, but I'm going to talk about that. And then there's some ups and down in it. But let's start off the video. Let me show you what I used on my hair before. I use a Cream of Nature detangling and conditioning shampoo. I use Maui Moisture Hair Care deep conditioner. I did a video on it. Check it out. Check it out. And because I love the way my hair feels, I can feel the curls. That's all I can say is they soft, but I can feel the ringlets. Like it defined and clumped those curls. So let's get started. I'm only going to do half of my hair, and hopefully I can talk about what I need to talk about doing half of my hair. I am going to apply some Blue Magic hair grease. Because I'm sealing in the moisture from the deep conditioner. And I also used a little bit of the deep conditioner as a leave-in, because they say you can. Going in again so I can get in the middle. This is me unclumping those beautiful curls. Okay, now let's get started. Let me put some of this grease on the ends of my hair. I just like to, because I want to try to do these twists a certain way too. And I don't want them to be too small nor too big. First thing, if you're going to get into an investment plan, like some jobs offer investment plans, some jobs don't. I work for the county, so I was given a pension plan, and then the company also had a 457, which is under the government plan on the job, but the place do not contribute it to the 457. They only contribute to your pension plan. And at this point in time, I think the company is giving almost 14% toward my retirement for pension. I have to contribute 3%. And they won't let you put more than the 3%. It's like mandatory 3%, but you can't put more. I'm using the Cantu Curl Activated Cream. I took the top off because of that. It's so hard to come out. So I took the top off so I can have access to it. So with my pension plan, it's just that it's mandatory that my employee contribute, and it's mandatory that I contribute a certain amount. But in the pension plan, you can either go into investment or you can go into pension. I went into the pension because I started it relevantly young. And the pension is guaranteed. The investment is like my other stuff. I already had a lot of investment stuff going on. But okay. So I get that is one part of the thing I have for retirement, my pension, 457. When it comes to the 457 or an investment company, the younger you start, the richer you'll be, or the better off you'll be. And I know some people saying, I can't start off with $5 going into an investment plan. Once you go through it, they don't be talking about, oh, you got to give a maximum of 5,000 or you have to give this. You can start off with $5. And I'm gonna give you an example of somebody starting off with $5 and where they are now. And this is me knowing this, because where I work, I just know this. So what I want to do too is I want to twist these like this. I'm not going all the way to the end with the 3-strand twist. I want to make these real curly ends. Hopefully it'll work like my mind said it will. And I will be going under the dryer. She started off working for, I don't have a, I'm wet. I'm wet. Well, she started off working for the company when she was 19. And when she started, $5 was a lot back then. It was a lot. Because I was just thinking about, I used to pay back in 1994, I was renting at the time. Our rent was $600 a month for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. It was $600. So even though it seemed like that wasn't nothing, she started off with $5 a payroll. And we was getting paid once a month then. But let's say it was $5 a payroll. And every year she would increase the money going into this 457 plan. And the guy who managed our 457 plan came back. She worked her way up to way more than $5, but she started with $5. That when she retired, with nothing else, with not including the pension that we have, not including any other accounts that she invested in, it's not including any of those, she will be a millionaire. She's going to retire a millionaire because she put that money into the Roth account. And so when you're young, if you start off young enough, put money into it. Start off putting the money in there before you even see your first check. Say you want to do $20 or you want to do $50. Start it and not even see it in your check. Because what become hard, especially for a young person, when they see that money in their check, they don't want to put it away. So put money into your, it's like a 401k. I think that's the one that's called. That's not government. Put money into those accounts. It's guarantee you a comfortable life. And I know the stock market be up and down, up and down. Don't be in there looking every day. Just let it ride. Because I was in there with a friend. She waited till she was older to invest into it. And then when she got into it, oh my God, I thought she was going to murder me to death when COVID hit. She was in there every day. And I went, hey, I don't look in mine every day. When they send me my quarter, I'll look. That's when I look. So I've been investing in that for a long time. It's broken up in there though. I have it in a Roth IRA where they take the taxes out of my money and then my money go in there. So when I pull the money out of that, I will never have to pay taxes on it because I already paid the taxes on it. I want to say I got like 50% in that. And then I have a regular 457 where I'm going to have to pay taxes on it when I pull the money out of that. And then when I retire, I'm going to put my payout, which we get paid out for all our vacation, sick, and comp that we have on the book. Not all. It's limited. But when I get that lump sum check, it's going to go through this other one called
401A.
Will not take out taxes, no Social Security, no Medicare. But when I get ready to pull the money out that account, I will have to pay the taxes, but I won't have to pay Social Security and Medicare. And I've been working hard to get this to, because Social Security is not going to be enough. And it look like for some younger people, you're not even going to have it. They came up with this elaborate plan. I don't know, is it going to go through? Is that, oh, what we'll do is you won't have to pay the amount. Employees wouldn't have to pay their contribution to it. And you could take the money if you want to and start putting it into an investment plan or 401. That's what the plan they got for younger people. And then, but what we're going to do is we'll go up on your taxes, your federal taxes. Because that range from like 22, 24, 25, 27, 30. It goes on like that depending on what you make. So we can raise that to like a 33%. 30% flat. So some people blind and think they're gonna be making money, but you're not. They taking it like they do our Social Security anyway. But I digress. Let's move on. So with the Social Security, you can't, unless you retire and go live with your kids or somebody who can take care of the cost of living now, because it's too, you just won't get enough in Social Security. If you're a normal person like I was, like, you know, I wasn't born with a silver spoon. I worked really hard. Been working too long. And then I want to say this. When you put your money, I noticed this happened to a lot of people, because I'm really in the heart of you doing this on my job, you know. A lot of people who have retired and did the thing of investing into their 457, they're investing into the Roth account, then they have their pension that they retired with. And they really went hard in putting money into their 457. And then when it's time for them to get the money, and I asked them, well, why was you saving it? They don't want to touch the money. They don't want to touch the money they invested in all these years. The company actually have to say, hey, you're about to be penalized. You have to withdraw some of the money out of this account. And they're over there upset because they don't want to draw the money out, because then I'm put in their head, they got to pay taxes on it. So you either going to take the big rip now and let them take the taxes out of your money before you get it, or you going to get a big rip later, because they're going to take the taxes out eventually, unless you put it in a Roth IRA, because you already paid the taxes on it, and none of that money will be taxed when you get ready to take it out. But they get so caught up on they don't want to pay the taxes on the money, to the company actually have to force them to take out one payment, and then what they'll do is they'll take that and pay insurance or something like that. Like you, because then you won't pay taxes on it. If you take it out and pay like an insurance policy, you won't have to pay taxes on it. So they're still trying to avoid paying taxes. And the one drawback with like the girl I was telling you about, she can retire from our company and get her retirement money, but she won't be able to get her investment money until she's old enough, because she started so young that our company, when you in a company, the agency I work for, once you hit 30 years as a civilian, you're invested that you can retire and start receiving your pension money. And some people start receiving that and go find another job. So now you have 3 sources of income coming in. But you can't get Social Security till you hit a certain age. You can't get Medicare until you hit a certain age. So you do have to purchase separate insurance. But with the agency I work with, they allow you to buy the insurance from them. So like if I leave and I want to keep my health insurance until I turn 65, I can pay a monthly or once a year to keep the insurance. So once I get ready to get Medicare, then I can drop the policy. Now, I think that's a really good benefit because you want to have health insurance. And like I say, I'm not a finance advisor, but I'm at that age that it's too late to be thinking about it. Now you got to be getting stuff in line. So when you leave, what's your portfolio or what your income coming into the house going to look like? Because you no longer have a job. And I'm working not only with that, I am paying extra money every month on my mortgage so that when I retire, I don't owe a mortgage. I'm planning on buying a car, a new car, within the next few months so that I can be done paid the car off when I retire. So I have a reliable driving thing and I don't have to worry about coming up with a mortgage payment. And I told my sister that we'll just live in this house and then we can get roommates and live out our lives, keeping a garden and traveling if the world is stable like that. If I jumped over some things and some things you want to ask me a question for, just ask me in the comment and I will answer you and tell you what I did. I saw this one guy talking about Social Security. He started collecting his at 60. And the reason why he said this, and I know why, because I can't do mine till 62 and a half or something like that. But, so he's older than I am. This one guy was saying like, I said, why didn't you start taking your money out why didn't you start getting your Social Security at 62? And he was like, oh, they told me to wait. If I wait until I'm 65 and something. Here in the United States, depending on when you was born, you're allowed to go into the Social Security and start applying for your Social Security. So some people, it was 57. They did away with that. Then they moved it to 60. Then when you was born at a certain time, like I was born in 63, they moved it to 62 and a half. And then the later you was born, the longer you have to wait to collect Social Security. So he was at that stage that he could have collected at 60, 62, like 60. He could have collected at 60, but he waited until he was 65 because they sold him a pipe dream. That's what I told him it was. He said, well, Shirley, if I wait, I'm going to get an additional $300 on my check. I said, well, I'm not trying to get in your business. So let's go with you only was going to get a flat number of $1,000. You were going to get $1,000 a month. And now you're going to wait 5 more years. Y'all see the number, right? You see it. 1,000 a month times 60. I think that's 5 years. Or is that 6? That's 5 years. You would have collected $60,000 from them. But you decided to wait to get $300 more in your check at $3,600 more a year. They're not expecting you to live that long. So if you do 5 more years at the 360, you still ain't got but $18,000. You let go 60. That makes no sense to me. And he was like, I said, yeah, because it be sounding right when they're telling you. I said, but I always step back and said, let me think about this. But he still could have went in, but he ain't talked to me until he was getting ready to retire. He told me, why didn't I come in here and talk to you? I said, but it makes no sense to me. As soon as I can collect, I'm collecting. Because if you leave here, all that money you have put into Social Security and Medicare, your family is not getting that. They're not going to get any of that Social Security, any of that Medicare money. Not one dime. Wives may qualify for $255. That's what they're giving. You have to qualify to get to $255. Like, if it's your mom or your dad, you're not getting it. It'd have to be the spouse. You can also collect your husband's Social Security if you're receiving less than he is, because they're not going to let you receive both. And I think they give the funeral home, like if this person don't have insurance or anything to bury them and they become a county case, they get $50. The funeral home will get that $255 and $50 to do what they need to do with the body. And most of them cremate the body. Okay, I'm going to go off and finish putting the twist in my hair. And I'll be back with them all over my head. And then I'm going to sit under the dryer and actually dry them today. See you in a minute. Guys, I am back. And these are 18 twists, I'm thinking. You see how the ends? I want the ends when I take them down to have a curly, coily end like this. One girl asked me why did I do twists when I already have curly hair? But it just gives me a different curl pattern. And one thing I wanted to say with the retirement thing, if you're into a 457 or a 4, what is it? 401. Okay. If you're into those programs, make sure you put a beneficiary for who your money gonna go to if something happened to you, especially if you're in a government 457 plan. Because if you don't put down your wife or somebody as a beneficiary, they just keep the money. They're not gonna try to find anybody. They just gonna keep it. If something happened to you, they just keep it. So make sure you put a beneficiary on. I'll see you maybe in the morning or later this afternoon, real late after my hair dry. Because I want these curls to be locked in. See you in a minute. Hi guys, I am back and it's for the takedown of the hair. I actually had to wear them to work today because I had to make a choice. Take them down and be late, or don't take them down and be on time. So I went in with them. I actually put a little bit of the Blue Magic hair grease on my hand, rolled them all over the plaits. I'm at the twist. And now I'm taking them down. So, you know, this video I talked about retirement plans, some of the things you can get into. And I know with a 401k plan, your job have to offer the plan, like they have to say you could get in it. They don't have to contribute to it, but a lot of them do. Some of them put like $1 to $1. Some of them put 33 cents to $1, and some put nothing. My job don't put anything toward our 457, but they do have a pension plan for us that they put money into. So you want to get a job. If you know you're looking for a job, try to get a job with a government or state where they have a retirement plan. That was my goal when I was younger, that I had to get a retirement plan because I knew Social Security was not going to be enough to live the way I want to live. And I ain't talking about living and driving fancy cars and paying $500 perfume just to live a comfortable life. Okay. I'm going to leave this like this tomorrow. I think I'm going to wear it like this to work. I'm going to go in here and get some of these, you know, the parts out. But I want to wear it down. I want these little ringlets to show. And I like the way the ends turned out with me putting the curl more wider on the tip. I will be back. What did I see? See that part? In 3 days so you can see what it's looking like. But I love the way they look. So that was Cream of Nature and Blue Magic Hair Grease, which I don't have here right now. This is Cream of Nature Moisturizing Curl Activator Cream. They are shiny and they are beautiful. And they feel very moisturized and hydrated to me. My hair don't feel dry at all. And I know it's the Blue Magic sealing in that moisture. I'll see you on day 3. Hi guys, I'm back and today is day 3 of the twist out that I did, and I talked about retirement. The twist out is going strong. It's gonna last the rest of the week, and I'm thinking it could even go 2 weeks. But I like my hair bigger. Like I like it bigger. Everybody seems to like it like this, where it's hanging longer at work. I'm not gonna say who, but a lot of them like it like this. So let me tell you what I used. It was the Cream of Nature and the Blue Magic Hair Grease. I didn't want a gel on it, but the Cream of Nature held the twist really, really nice. And I like the way the ends was curly. The way I curled out the end, I left about that much loose and then curl each one of those. So I want to thank you for stopping by and watching my video. And if you're new here and just became a part of the family, welcome to the family. And I'll see you in the next one.